Search 365. The Vortex is a discount travel booking engine, truly working with our ministries, our communities, people, business, all coming together to provide a perpetual funding solution. So let's take a look at the Vortex. It all starts with a vision. What's your vision? What's your calling? What's your cause? What's your ministry? Are you a community builder? Do you need funding? Well, your struggle is over. Our new travel program provides a fresh and consistent stream of funding for virtually any organization, church, school, or business. Now imagine, especially as we approach this holiday season, your members and supporters booking their personal and business travel 24/7, and as an organization or as a business, or even as an individual, you earning when they save. Truly, it's win-win. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Fundraising with Surge 365. Now, everyone needs Surge 365. You may be a nonprofit. As you see the Vortex, it makes a great member benefit that you can get out to your members, save them on travel, and at the same time, you earn when they save. A ministry, get this free complimentary link out to your congregation. They can give it to friends, family, post it on social media. When people go to that link, they save when they book their travel. The money comes back to the church as a perpetual funding solution. As an individual, you may say, Rick, I want to create another stream of income. Well, you'll see the Vortex is a great tool to do that. Vocational training. Within our pre-launch package, we're going to talk briefly about vocational training and tourism. It's an actual travel agency that's included in our pre-launch package. We work with businesses. We show businesses how to turn travel expenses into revenue. Everyone needs Surge 365. You heard me mention our next generation Surge 365 pre-launch special for $99, $100, and we're going to talk about the package including the travel agency and the Vortex. And so in this package, now think about this, it includes a professional travel agency, groups, training, it's licensed, it's industry accredited, group travel, professional training. We'll go into more detail. It includes the Vortex. I believe this is the greatest tool, and that's why I like showing that video that transfers wealth from the business mountain to fund your vision, to fund your ministry, to fund your cause. It is a discount travel search engine. It's free, complimentary to the customers. You have unlimited links you can give out. They book and save, you earn. Well, let's take a little deeper dive. The travel agency. Now this, included in the pre-launch package, is everything your organization or you as an individual needs to have access to. The world's largest industry, fully licensed, industry accredited. If you want to book group travel, a trip to the Holy Land, or group travel anywhere, you can either do it yourself or connect to the vendors who will do it for you. There's travel agent training. So you may say, Rick, I want another vocation, or I want to add something additional. I want to be a travel agent. Well, that travel agent training is included and it's free. You may want to be an industry specialist. Access to Travel Agent University, Travel Agent Academy, and the training is online and it's free. That's huge, folks. Why is that? Because this is a real career opportunity that's included in this pre-launch special. Hospitality and tourism, #1 employer on the planet. It is vocational training, earn while you learn. Whether it's special needs travel, imagine having access to special needs travel, learning how to do it and also performing it. Wedding destination specialist, educational travel, adventure travel. This is a real vocation. Destination and cruise specialist, event planning, entertainment, hotels, resort specialist. So based on the person or the organization, this training is online and it's free. Holy Land group tours. We connect to vendors who can set that group tour up for you, and now you get paid or the pastor goes free. Folks, that's huge. Nonprofit ministry fundraising. This is a real vocation. Whether we're working with vets, Women of domestic violence, this is vocational training. Active adults, or they say the elderly. The world says time to retire. We say, no. Time to refire. We work with the schools. We work with pregnancy centers, women that want to stay home with their kids. It's vocational training. The millennials, accessible travel. We even work with the rescue missions. We can take a person who's homeless, who really wants to advance, and we can show them how they can create another career field, a skill set that makes them real money in travel and tourism. This is vocational training. You heard me mention Travel Agent University, Travel Agent Academy. Because it's a travel agency, you have access to this training, online industry specialist training. Whether you want to be a Nassau specialist, a France specialist, a Mexico specialist, the SeaWorld, Disney, the entire industry says, please learn about us. And so for $99 with that travel agency, you have access. What is your passion? Okay, that's the travel agency. Let's talk real briefly about the Vortex, the second program that's included in the pre-launch special. Now, this is a flat out game changer. The Vortex. The Vortex is a discount travel search engine. You can give it out to members, supporters, the world, unlimited. Move aside Expedia. People go to this link and they can book their travel, hotels, cruises, car rentals, and when they save, you earn 60% of what they save. That's huge. It's a win-win. Earn cash rewards online 24/7, 365 days out of the year. Makes for a great fundraiser, especially as we approach the holiday season. And it can go viral. Now, here's our business model. It's a little different. Expedia and Priceline. By the way, an insider secret, Expedia and Priceline own all the other companies out there. They own Cheap Tickets. They own Bookit.com, Travelocity, Orbitz, and they actually set the public rate. So they spend $885 million in advertising. Last year, that totaled $10.6 billion. So rather than paying for clicks and commercials, like their business model says, no, we say, let's pay you to get the Vortex out, to get that word out. We pay for results when people book. That's way better because now you get paid. Well, currently, where's your money going? And we're going to do a real-time assessment. We're going to go to the Vortex real-time after this presentation, just so you can take a look. But currently, where do you book online? Expedia, Trivago, Priceline. Again, Expedia and Priceline own all the other companies, and they set the public rate. Expedia gross bookings in 2019, $85 billion. Well, I showed you that video at the beginning, and it talks about transferring wealth from the business mountain using tools. The Vortex is a tool that transfers wealth. So we're going to take market share. We're going to take that market share of this industry and fund your vision, fund your cause. Making money in travel has never been easier. Customers register for the free Vortex link, and they can book away hotels, cruises, car rentals. 72% of all bookings online are hotels. You earn 60% of what they save. It's just that simple. Now, this can result in substantial, perpetual, recurring income for you, your organization, your business. Here's an example. Supporters save up to 60% on hotels, and you earn 60% of what they save. So, for example, someone books a trip to Orlando. It's the same hotel as Expedia and Priceline. For that same hotel, going through the Vortex, they'll save $67. Now, that's a win for them, and we pay you 60% of whatever they save, or $40. New York City, they book that same hotel as Expedia, Priceline. The Vortex goes out and it looks at that price, and in this case, it's coming in up to $125 less. And so that customer with this free link is saving $125. We pay you 60% of what they save, or $75. Multiply the numbers. Now you can see why it's a great fundraiser. Again, for members, ministries, self-use, businesses, everyone needs the Vortex. Now here's a look at the Vortex, and we'll go real time following the presentation. It's complimentary, give out millions, there's no upper limit. When a customer goes to the Vortex, a client goes to the Vortex, they create a free profile, first name, last name, email address, make up a password, click instant access. They'll get a confirmation email. In that email is an activation link. Now we can pass on our savings. Otherwise, in the public space, we'd have to be the same price as Expedia or close to that price that they set. But once they go through the Vortex and create that free profile, they can book their hotels, resorts, weekly stays, their cruises, cars, flights. They can even get traveler's insurance. And so we're going to show you after the presentation how we beat the big guys. But look at this. We call it click and order fundraising, bringing people together. Click and order fundraising. Now imagine earning 60% of what your congregation or your members or your employees save booking through the Vortex. Let's say 50 people book travel, each saving $50 on that trip or that hotel. You just raised or earned $1,500. 100 people booking travel are saving $50 on that trip or that hotel. That's $3,000. Let's say if 500 people, you give out the free link international, it's an international link, and let's say they book, it's self-booking, and they save $50 on that trip or that hotel. That's $15,000. All we're doing is harnessing and redirecting a profit that right now is going to Expedia and others to now come back to you using the tool Vortex. Truly, this is the ultimate fundraiser. Now think about this. If only 20% of your member base, your church, congregation, took that one trip, that one vacation per year, and saved $50 through the Vortex when they booked it. If you are a ministry of 1,500 members, that's $9,000 coming into your organization, into your church. If you're an association of 10,000 members, that's $60,000 rescued from Expedia. Right now it's going away from you. If you're a nonprofit of 80,000 members, ladies and gentlemen, that's $480,000 coming back into your organization. If you're an alumni association of 175,000 members, just 20% or 35,000 took that one trip, that one vacation per year and saved $50. That is $1 million coming back into your organization. What would you do with $1 million coming back into your organization to fund your vision, to fund your cause? Right now it's flowing away from you. All you're seeing is a tool that harnesses and redirects that wealth to now flow to you. That's the next move of the ministry and our communities. The money on the table. In 2018, people booking online, 704 billion. You have to be a consumer unless you have a tool. This is a tool. Just yesterday, 18 billion spent. As we approach the holiday season, the number just goes astronomical. Digital travel sales in 2019 will top 762 billion. That's our money for people in the ministry. I tell them this is Isaiah 45:3, the hidden treasures and the riches stored in secret places that the world system uses to create wealth now available to us through the Vortex. The Vortex travel search engine connects now your supporters to the very same vendors. The difference is instead of paying someone else, now you get paid. That just makes sense. Well, let's wrap up on these benefits here. Generate funds from an existing network of members and supporters. The money's flowing, it's just going in the wrong direction. Get paid for performance and productivity. There's no glass ceiling on earnings. This is business. Expedia, you can't fault them for their 85 billion, but you're seeing a tool that now allows you to participate. Low participation rates still produces significant revenue. I like this one. Accountability is huge. And so being able to, one second. And so being able to track everything, cash rewards, people actually booking online, and the checks that are sent, reports are generated, load those reports, hand them to your accountant, and away you go. Accountability is huge. Online bookings and changes are handled directly with the travel vendors. You're not in the travel business. Expedia is not in the travel business. You're just connecting to the travel vendors, and we're doing the very same thing. The travel vendors pay whomever sends them the business. If someone needs a change of itinerary, they're working with Carnival Cruise customer service, Southwest Airlines customer service. So they're not calling you, just like they're not calling Expedia. You're just getting paid for sending the business. Travel cash rewards are paid by travel vendors, not your supporters. Now that's a big one too, because when they book through the Vortex, we're just doing something different with the profit that Expedia keeps 100%. We're saying, no, let's take this profit paid by the travel vendors and let's pass on a savings when they book that hotel or that cruise or that car of up to 60%. And for the owner of the Vortex, let's pay 60% of whatever they save. Same profit that makes Expedia $85 billion, access to wealth. And let's wrap up with this. It's non-contractual. Basically, if you ever worked a traditional fundraising project, there's no management overhead. You're pointing them to a link. Simply go to this link, book your holiday travel, your year-round travel, your Valentine's Day travel, your Super Bowl travel, your spring break travel, your summer travel, year-round fundraising tool, no management overhead. Now, if you ever worked a traditional fundraising project, whether it's a bake sale, a project, a conference or something, or stand on the corner, car wash, overpriced chocolates, then you learn to, when you hear them mention it, back away slowly and run, Forrest, run. So this is pointing to a link. It's free, it's complimentary, it's international. Book your travel through this link, and now you're supporting a cause you believe in. It's non-contractual. There's no long-term commitment. If it's working, you keep going. If it's not, you simply stop. Again, our pre-launch package, and you want to take advantage of this because it's about positioning and timing. $99.95, including the travel agency and the Vortex. Folks, that's huge. That's something you can use right now, whether it's booking that group trip, that conference that may be coming up this year or next, the travel agency, or whether it's getting in front of the holiday season, which is right upon us, but being in place for 2020 to just raise all the money that you need. That Vortex is a flat out game changer. Customer saves, you earn. Rick, this sounds fantastic. It's even better than I'm describing. Get back with the person that invited you to this short, brief presentation, and let them do a demonstration. We'll do a brief demonstration after the presentation here, but let's get the word out. Next step, let's get the word out. Come on board, let's get the word out, and then we'll walk you through the steps of activation. But here's what I know. It's past time to fund your cause. 2020 will not be the same as 2019 because now it's time to fund your cause through the Vortex. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap there. So let's go ahead and we want to show you the Vortex here. So let's do a share and let's show you the Vortex. Okay, coming up here now. So this is the Vortex, and I'm going to do this here. So the Vortex. This is the free link that you can give out to the world as soon as you come in with the $99. This is a free link. Give it out to the world. Clients will come to this link. First name, last name, email address, create a password, click instant access. You'll get a confirmation email that contains an activation link. Okay, so now let's go ahead and log in. So we've logged into the Vortex. This is the Vortex. Very, very powerful. You look up here in the top corner, you've got English and multiple languages that you can convert to. And it's international. So imagine someone in China going to England, getting this Vortex link, saving, and the check finding its way to you. They can even pay in their currency as well. So they can pay whether it's the dollar or whatever international currency. There's a chat, a live chat. And with the live chat, they're not asking you questions. They actually have access to concierge and travel professionals to answer any travel questions. So they're not calling you because you don't want them to call you. Now, if we scroll down, you'll see Orlando, Las Vegas, and they can search different deals there. So, but let's go to Orlando. Oh, let's look across the top here. You've got hotels. 72% of all bookings online are hotels, cruises, cars, flights. We even have Southwest Airlines. We're partnered with Southwest Airlines, weekly stays, activities, and they can even get their traveler's insurance. Let's go real quick. We're just going to show you an example of the Vortex. Let's go to Orlando. And again, this is a discount travel search engine. Move aside Expedia, move aside Travelocity. We connect directly to the same travel vendors. Now we're just going to do a weekend stay here. So let's just look at the 6th through the 8th, 6th of December through the 8th, and just do a random search here. And what I want to show you is the Vortex and how it goes out and it looks at the Expedia price, the Priceline price, which is set. It's called the public price. It has an algorithm to come in up to 60% less than we get paid on the savings. And then it will show you the price with tax. Okay, so we've got the search results here. And what's nice is you don't have to manage this. 403 hotels found in Orlando. And looking at the Holiday Inn Express as an example. The Vortex goes out and it looks at the public price, in this case, the Expedia Priceline price, $538, and it applies an algorithm to have a savings of up to 60%. In this case, say 29%. And so the savings is $154 over the Expedia Priceline price. That's huge. So the person, think about this, that gets this free Vortex link that wants to book this hotel is paying with tax $384. So we show the price with tax. If you go to Expedia or Priceline, they'll show you the nightly rate before tax. And so if you ever want to compare, make sure you go all the way to checkout so you can compare if you're looking at Expedia or Priceline or any of the others. And so you get paid 60% of whatever the savings are. So in this case, $154, get paid 60% of that. As I scroll down, you can take a look at the savings. Folks, that's huge. This is access to the wealth of an industry. That's what we're talking about. Savings over the public price. Holiday Inn. And let's just do one more search. Let's go to San Diego. Roy, you know I love San Diego, so my favorite vacation city. So San Diego. And again, this is Jamaica, Punta Cana, anywhere in the world. Mexico, Cancun, Hawaii, we'll just use the same. This is a search engine. And so the Vortex is just in the same space as Expedia and Priceline, just moving them to the side. And we have a company, let's see here, make sure anyone want to join. Okay, we're good. Let's see, so as that's coming up. And so this is San Diego. And so we scroll down and you can see, okay, so let's say the Hilton Garden Inn in Carlsbad Beach. And so the public price, $509, the savings through the Vortex, 13%, $68, and the total with tax. See, you don't have to manage this as a fundraiser. So imagine a pastor saying, okay, congregation, here's a free link. Give it out to all of your friends, family, put it on social media, and people can book on this link. It's going to save them some money, and 60% of this $68 comes back to the church, comes back to the organization, comes back to the individual, comes back to the business. You know, a business owner saying, hey, employees, business travel, book through this free link. That comes back to the business. Or, like I say, as an individual, the Westin, San Diego. And so you get the idea, get back with the person that invited you to this short little presentation here. And definitely, you want to get a closer look. And let's see, admit someone here. You want to get a closer look at the Vortex and the travel agency, because both are huge. Both are huge. I mean, if you just look at the different savings, and this, especially as we approach the holiday season, you don't have to manage this. You know, that you don't have to manage this. This is something that that is managed for you. So let's wrap up with a short video here with Ron Clayton. Ron Clayton is pretty cool because he has he uses the Vortex, he uses Surge 365 to conduct missions trips. And so he's going to talk very briefly here about a mission trip that he conducted to Guatemala last year. They just called him to do it again this year. So let's listen to Ron, and then we'll wrap up.
Hi, my name is Ron Clayton, and I'm excited to share with you about an opportunity that has come into my wife and I's life that's made a difference in us fulfilling the idea of serving others and make this a better world. When we learned about the global expansion teams founded by Rick and Brenda Reese and Surge 365, we jumped at the opportunity. What we've been able to do is to help our church, which is a missions church sending people literally around the world to help people in third world countries. Last year it was Cuba, and in the last minute I was able, with really no knowledge, but I had a lot of help, to put together a team and get the folks there and back from Cuba safely. This year we had a team of 16 people that were going to go and did go to Guatemala. Last June we formed, the church formed a committee to be able to send this group to the jungles and be able to provide some medical, educational, spiritual help, and food. And how we did it was I called Surge and got information in advance so that they chose the right airlines, which turned out to be Delta Airlines, to be able to make this trip from Buffalo, New York to Guatemala. Working with Surge and the group salesperson at Delta, they recommended that we not use our nonprofit status, but use their group discount sale. We might have paid a little more tax, but we got a cheaper rate. Well, that's super because we were able to have more people go. Second thing that Delta Airlines offered us was something unheard of by most people in the travel industry. They let us put a little bit down in July, $2,000, and the balance of $14,000 at the end of January before the team left. That's unheard of in most circles. That was great, but what's better than that, a week later, the group sales leader at Delta called me and said, Ron, aren't you going to send down supplies with your people? Turns out that we had medical supplies, books. I'm a Gideon, so I provided Bibles in Spanish for the children, New Testaments. We also had a local grocery store donate cases of peanut butter to feed children at the orphanage at Impacto Ministries. Then we turn around and they said to us, look at Ron, we'll give you a baggage waiver, send all those materials free if you'll just let us know the weight and the size of the boxes going down. So each of our 16 people, when they got to the airport and when they left, were assigned a package that went down, and they didn't pay freight on that. That saved the church about $2,000 in freight alone, plus the savings that we had in the actual ticket cost. So that was great. Well, then in the meeting where I met with our pastor and the head of the missions committee and the gal that led the team and our church secretary, we discoveed that our church and all the trips we send people, I didn't know and they didn't know we didn't have a waiver for protection on medical or trip insurance for our travel, for our people. Well, Pastor asked me to investigate it, and I went to Surge 365 one more time. We talk about integrity. We talk about an organization that is committed to helping us provide and be great travel agents and supply, especially in marketplace ministries. I'm proud that we were able to provide to the group not just travel insurance, because Surge had a special going for normally $179 for an annual policy for a family. It was on sale for $79. Okay, so that's good, but let's take it one more step. Surge set it up, and the insurance company set it up. We registered the leader of the group, and then had all 16 other people ride, listed as a rider on the policy, so we didn't have to pay individual insurance on each of those people. Now, again, this is thousands of dollars that we were able to save or not have to spend. And I'd like to say, now if somebody got bit by a snake or a spider or fell off a roof building a hut in the woods, or if a typhoon came through and the airfares were canceled, we now had protection for the trip. As it turned out, one of the gals did get sick. And so she had to stay back, and one of our men leaders stayed back with her. And although she was in the hospital, he stayed at a hotel. So we had expenses and food and telephone communications. And we turned that in the insurance company, and guess what? All's taken care of. Folks, I'd just like to let you know, at Surge and the Global Expansion team, we have incredible support to help and make things better in this marketplace missions that we're all involved in. Thank you very much. And if I can be of any help, my email is ronclayton52@gmail.com. I look forward to meeting with you. Happy missions. Bye now.